Hello, VC. I'm coming to you from the Pacific Northwest here in Washington State, Seattle, Washington. It's been a while since I've done a vinyl update, probably about, 2 months, and I'm going to try to show you everything I've gotten in that time. Probably not everything, because I've filed stuff away and etc., etc. But I'm going to show you what I got yesterday. First off, I got 3 things yesterday. Record from a couple years ago. I'm listening to right now. I don't think you can hear it. It's the Liars Sister World. I'm kind of liking the second disc better than the first one. That would be the remix. The remixes kind of reminds me of what the Liars are. First disc seemed kind of just more straight ahead rock. I really don't know what I'm saying, but anyway, really like it. It's a really good album. Looking forward to getting their new record on vinyl and possibly finding a copy of Drum's Not Dead on record, even though that's out of my price range right now. Even if it goes on sale, I don't really see that many copies of it on sale anyway. Also listen to this. This is Africa High Tech. This is a double 12-inch single on Warp Records. It's called High Tech Chorus, and this is my features Mark Pritchard and Steve White. I've always heard Mark Pritchard and really liked what he's done, and this is pretty good. It's pretty straight ahead techno, but there's some interesting African Afro pop, what do you call Afrobeat, electronica influenced techno music. That being said, I liked about half of it. It's pretty good. If you see it, maybe pick it up if that's your thing. Got it on sale at Sonic Boom here in Seattle yesterday. It's $9. Pretty good deal for practically an LP's worth of music. Next up is the first Burial release record. He's released, before this he released a few 12-inch singles and EPs. Anyway, I'm very happy to get this in a physical format. Also, I recommend Untrue, his second record. Great electronic dubstep type music. And here's his latest EP, which I got in the mail. When did I get it? Probably a month and a half ago. This is the Kindred EP. Probably one of his best releases. Most fully realized concept, what have you. I don't know. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful record. And went to Amoeba in Hollywood last month and picked this up. It's the Aphex Twin Selected Ambient Works Volume 2, released on 1972 recordings. And this is essential electronic music. It's not very, a lot of people say it's kind of like, well, it's ambient, yes, and it's kind of mellow, but yes, it has its relaxing moments, but man, it's full of tension, and man, it's beautiful though. Beautiful record. Not very rhythmic like his other recordings are. But, yeah, well worth it. 3 LP set. Dig it. Another record I'm really into these days is the new Actress record, Rest in Peace. It kind of reminds me of a library record. There was a minimal techno library record. I guess this would fall into that kind of genre, or whatever tag genre, whatever you have. What I like about this record is it doesn't really follow any particular theme. It just kind of throws you into his world, and it's very random, but I like it. It's very moody as well. I don't know. It's just gotta check it out on YouTube or Spotify or whatever you use to try out new music before you buy it. Yeah, I just found the randomness of the record to my liking. Another Amoeba purchase is Ambient 1 by Brian Eno and Harold Budd. Now this is a relaxing ambient record. This is on Editions EG, and it was released in 1980. Very happy to pick this up. I'm still looking to pick up his other ambient recordings on record, LP. I'd like to get a nice clean copy of Music for Airports. I think that's one of his best ambient, if not best, records of his career. I have it on CD, and love the CD. I can't get enough of it. I could listen to that record all day if I give it a chance. I think I'd take it with me on a desert island if I had to. Next up is a curious record from the BBC archives called The Seasons, and basically it goes to the days of the months of the year and the seasons, and there's a composition for each one. And the music is by a fellow named David Kane, who was a musician, composer for the BBC back in the 60s and early 70s, and I believe he's moved on. I think he lives in Czechoslovakia now. I guess I can look at the liner notes, but I'm not. And Ronald Duncan wrote the passages and poems for each of the tracks, and it's a kind of a creepy electronics record from '69. I think it's for school children to listen to in their drama workshops back then. But anyway, it's an interesting record. Check it out. I like to put the month of July track on just a few days ago to welcome in the month of July. Anyway, hope this makes sense. It's a good record, interesting record. Probably not the best record, but what am I trying to get at? Anyway, it's on Trunk Records, and it fits in with Mr. Johnny Trunk's releases that he puts out. Wonderful soundtrack releases and jazz recordings that he re-releases. It's a Record Store Day record from back, whatever Record Store Day was. April 2012 is the Lee Hazlewood, the LHI years. My son is staring right at me, so I'm not going to show the cover, because you've probably already seen the cover. You go to the website, you can watch the video and see how it's presented. But I'm a big Lee Hazlewood fan, and this is a most welcome addition to the Lee Hazlewood library here. Here's a Rufus record, not Mr. Rufus Wainwright, but Rufus featuring Shaka Khan. Found this in the thrift store, neighborhood thrift store, 50 cents. Pretty cool stuff. If you like the jazz, funk, pop thing. All right, 10 minutes. 10 minutes, and here's another recent purchase. Well, I think I got it back in April, but this is definitely one of the better records of the year, 2012. It's Ty Segall and White Fence's Hair. Great. Pretty Things, SF Sorrow era influenced rock music. It's a bit of krautrock thrown in there too, but man, this is such a good rock record. If you still listen to rock records, get it. If you've given up on rock music, please get this record. It will change your mind. It's so good. Short and sweet, but man, it's perfect. Perfect in every way. Been also meaning to check out some Ty Segall and White Fences, but just haven't done it yet. Heard many great things about them, but this is my first record by either one of them, and it's fucking good. Also got this in Hollywood at Amoeba. It's a Simply Vinyl pressing. Pulp's a different class. One of my favorite records of the 90s. Never get tired of this record. You've probably seen it before. So even with the glare, even with the sunshine, the sunny glare glaring upon it, you know what it looks like anyway. It's an okay pressing, bit of surface noise on it. Kind of bummed out about that. Wasn't too happy about it, but it sounds pretty good. And it's the last thing I'm going to show before signing off is another record I got in Hollywood. It's a reissue of TV Personalities' Mummy, You're Not Watching Me. Second album. This was reissued or released through Fire Recordings a few years ago. Second album, not as good as the first, but still bitter and sweet. If you like. I guess the TV Personalities get kind of lumped into that post-punk thing, but I don't know. I don't really. Yeah, they are post-punk, but they don't really fit into that whole post-punk genre. I think they ate more of the 60s pop sound, like the Cakes and psychedelia and whatnot. And if you call that post-punk, so be it. But anyway, it's I think of it as far different than